Good day, everyone. I'm Princess Hanalei Calao, and I will be discussing the chapter 3, which is the social science theories and their implication to education. At this chapter, the student must be able to explain three social science theories and their implication to study. Sociologists today employ three theoretical perspectives, which is the functionalist perspective, the conflict perspective, and the symbolic interactionist perspective. This perspective offers sociologists theoretical paradigms for explaining how society influences people and how people influence society. Before we start our discussion for today, let us listen to the song called Them Bones.
Well, well. Them bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, let's shake them skeleton bones. The toe bone's connected to the foot bone. The foot bone's connected to the ankle bone. The ankle bone's connected to the leg bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. The leg bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. Well, the hip bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the head bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. Them bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, let's shake them skeleton bones. Come on, all you skeletons, let's shake them skeleton bones. The head bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone's connected to the hip bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. The hip bone's connected to the thigh bone. The thigh bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to the leg bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. The leg bone's connected to the ankle bone. The ankle bone's connected to the foot bone. And the foot bone's connected to the toe bone. Let's shake them skeleton bones. Them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, them skeleton. Dry bones, let's shake them skeleton bones.
In this chapter, we have three social theories: structural functional theory, conflict theory, and the symbolic interactionist theory. Us to one of the three social theories we shall learn in this chapter: the functionalist or structural functionalist theorist. The first social theorist is the structural and functional theorist. According to Herbert Spencer, the proponent of structural and functional theory, society is a system of interconnected parts with a unique function. The parts have to work together for stability and balance of society. Herbert Spencer also saw similarities between society and the parts of a human body. Just as the human body has many parts, society has different but interrelated components such as the family, state, the school, the church, mass media, economics, and so on. Ika nga nila, ang sakit ng kalingkingan ay ramdam ng buong katawan. That's how the structural and functional theory are. And that's exactly what the message or what the song Them Bones all about. The bones are connected with each other for stability and balance of a human body. This must coordinate and collaborate for society to function well. If one part of the human body does not function well, the whole body is affected. In some way, when the component of society does not do its part, society will not function well. The overall health of the organism society depends upon the health of each structure. For instance, there is peace, stability, equilibrium, and harmony in society if families do their part in bringing forth children, nurturing and socializing them, if education or schools effectively transmit knowledge, skills, and values, if politics governs citizens well, if economics takes care of food production, distribution of goods and services, and if religion strengthens the moral fiber of the member of society. Failure of one social institution to do its part means disruption of stability in society. For example, the rise of single parent and dual earner families means families have less time or sometimes no more time left for supervision of children in their homework, which may result to an increased non-performing student in school. The functionalist theory is focused on social stability and solidarity. Functionalists see education as beneficial contribution to an ordered society. Functionalism does not encourage people to take an active role in changing their social environment, even when such change may benefit them. Instead, functionalism sees active social change as undesirable because the various parts of society will compensate naturally for any problems that may arise. For example, schools can compensate for the lack of time and the lack of parental advice from home. The functionalist theory of education focuses on how education serves the need of society through development of skills. According to Emil Durkheim, he also believed that society is a complex system of interrelated and interdependent parts that work together for or to maintain stability or balance. Gaya nga daw ng sabi ni Emil Durkheim na naniniwala siya na ang society ay isang complex na sistema na magkakakonekta or nakadepende sa isa para mag-work yung part ng bawat society para ma-maintain yung stability at balance nun. Durkheim also believes that individuals may make up society, but in order to study society, sociologists have to look beyond individuals to social facts. Social facts are the laws, morals, values, religious belief, customs, fashion, rituals, and all the cultural roles that govern social life. And also, according to Robert Merton, based on my research, he pointed out that social processes often that have many functions are social processes that have desirable consequences for the operation of the society called dysfunction. Meron siyang nabanggit doon na dalawang function which is the manifest and the latent function. Manifest function are those that are intended and recognized. For example, pumapasok tayo sa school, ang manifest function dun is para matuto, yun yung mga intended outcome or mare-recognize natin at the end of the latent function are unrecognized and unintended function. E-connecta na lang natin siya sa example na binigay natin kanina sa manifest function. Ang latent function naman is, for example, pumunta tayong school. May nakilala tayong new people na magiging friends natin. Tapos, puwedeng may napasama tayo sa isang organization or napasama tayo sa banda, yun yung tinatawag na unintended outcome. Now, let us proceed to the purposes of schooling according to the functionalist. The first one is intellectual purposes. This is the acquisition of cognitive skills and inquiry skills. For example, the schools are helping learners to develop mathematical skills or higher order thinking skills or ang tinatawag nating HATS. This also help the learners to conclude questions and conduct investigation as they do experimentation. The next one is the political purposes. Political purposes that educate future citizens, promote patriotism, promote assimilation of immigrants, and ensure order, public civility, and conformity to laws. For example, is to teach or to introduce basic laws within the society to the learners, or teach as the learners how to showcase their love and support for their country. Third one is economic purposes. Economic purposes prepare students for later work roles, select and train the labor force needed by society. For example naman ay, as the learners are inside the school, they are guided through career guidance program or work immersion. Ito naman daw yung pine-prepare yung mga learners para sa mga mangyayari in the future. And lastly, social purposes. Social purposes promote a sense of social and moral responsibility, serve as a site for a solution or resolution of social problems, supplement the efforts of other institutions of socialization such as the family and the church.
This perspective, in human society, the social institutions have a specific defined function in society. All of them are needed and interconnected to achieve social order or equilibrium in society to survive. At this moment, let us proceed to the second theoretical perspective, which is the conflict theory.
Conflict theory in sociology posits that society is characterized by various inequalities and conflict that arise due to differences in power, resources, and social status. It emphasizes the competition between groups, often framing issues in terms of dominance and subordination. Theorists find potential conflict between any group where inequality exists: racial, gender, religious, and politic, economic, and so on. Nagkakaroon ng conflict kung makakaranas tayo ng hindi pagkakapantay-pantay o hindi pagkakaunawaan ng bawat isa. Napakahalaga sa atin na open tayo sa isa't isa or sa kani-kanilang opinyon upang maiwasan ang di pagkakaunawaan or hindi pagkakasunduan. Para maiwasan yung conflict na tinatawag,
According to this theory, there are always two opposing sides in a conflict situation. People take sides between maintaining the status quo or introducing change, then arrive to an agreement. Conflict theory welcomes conflict, for that is the way to the establishment of new society. Conflict theorists find potential conflict between any groups where inequality exists. Conflict theories note that unequal groups usually have conflicting values and agendas, causing them to compete against one another. This constant competition between groups form the basis of ever-changing nature of society. How proponents of conflict theory regard education. According to the conflict theory, education is not truly a social benefit or opportunity as seen by functionalists. Rather, education is powerful means of maintaining power structures and creating a docile workforce for capitalism. The purpose of education is to maintain social inequality and to preserve the power of those who dominate society and teach those in the working class to accept their position as a lower class worker of society. Conflict theory is called this is the hidden curriculum or the hidden curriculum socialized young people into obedience and conformity for those or for them to be developed as docile worker. Marinel Itorne will discuss the next theoretical perspective, which is the symbolic interactionist theory.